What's up, Oasis kids? How are you doing? I'm Hagen.
I'm Noah.
And it's so good to see you guys here today for this lesson. We're super excited. We have a special video for you and a special game. So, yes.
Remember to like and subscribe. As always, if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that.
Amen.
Before we get into the lesson, we're gonna go ahead and get into a little silly game. Catch you in a minute.
Yo, what's up, guys? Super quick, we're gonna do this pet challenge. I challenged Noah. I said, yo, I can drink this faster than you.
I didn't think you could.
So let's find out. In 3, 2, 1. Well,
Let's get into the lesson.
Good morning, Oasis kids! Alright kids, we're so excited. We're learning about the 10 Commandments. So, Sarah, what are the 10 Commandments?
The 10 Commandments are 10 laws that God gave Moses after he had been traveling with the Israelites from Egypt. They just left King Pharaoh and things are getting kind of crazy and they made it to Mount Sinai. Is that how you say it?
I think it's Sinai. Sinai. Whatever. They went to a mountain and it was crazy. So when they're on the mountain, they get some special rules, but that seems kind of weird for God to just give them a bunch of rules, right?
Well, that wasn't really God's heart behind it. See, he gave them these instructions so that they would be faithful to him and him alone. Because remember, God's kind of jealous and he wants all of our love and all of our attention. Jeremiah 11 verse 4 says, "If you obey me and do whatever I command you, then you will be my people and I will be your God." Who wants to be God's people?
I do. Alright guys, we're about to watch all of this recapped in a video. Here he goes.
Two months after the Israelites left Egypt, they came to the Sinai desert and decided to set up camp at the foot of Mount Sinai. There Moses decided to climb up the mountain to enter the presence of the Lord, as God had special instructions for him. God wanted to make sure that the hearts of the Israelites remained faithful. He gave Moses instructions to tell the Israelites to obey him and thereby always be under his guidance and protection. To this, the Israelites agreed. There, after their exodus out of Egypt, the Israelites journeyed for 40 years in the desert. They quickly forgot all the signs and wonders God had done. Their disobedience and complaints rose to new heights, and their hearts began to harden. There on the mountaintop, God wrote 10 commandments that all Israel were to follow. He also instructed Moses in many other regulations and matters that would help him lead the people of Israel. If they obeyed these rules, God's blessing and protection would be with them. If they broke them, God's punishment would be upon them. These commandments were so special that God wrote them on 2 stone tablets. Moses spent a long time with God, and the Israelites started to wonder if Moses was ever coming back. With a lack of patience, these people demanded a false god that they could worship. Their wicked hearts forgot about God's providence. When God saw this, he told Moses to go back down the mountain and speak with the people. As Moses came down the mountain, he heard festivities and soon saw the golden calf statue. There the Israelites were, dancing and shouting before this false god. It was an atrocious sight to behold. God's own people, whom he so powerfully rescued only 2 months ago, turned their hearts from him and were worshiping a false idol. Moses was so angry that he threw the 2 stone tablets to the ground, smashing them to smithereens. How could these people be so ungrateful? How could they so quickly forget how God delivered them from the hands of the Egyptians? Moses went and stood between the people and shouted, "Whoever is on the side of the Lord, come stand with me." All the sons of Levi came and stood by Moses. Then Moses gave them instructions to take their swords and kill the rest of the people. Their horrific idol worship had brought a terrible sin upon the people. That day, 3,000 Israelites died because of their wicked hearts and dreadful sin. And soon God sent a terrible plague upon those that remained. Though God had to punish their disobedience, he still led them on the path to the promised land. His forgiveness and mercy still upheld the remaining Israelites.
Wow, that video was crazy. God really just wanted the Israelites to obey and follow his heart.
He really did. And that's the heart behind the commandments. Like, can you imagine a world without rules? It would be crazy.
Guys, the 10 Commandments still apply today. Honor your elders is one of them, right?
Yeah, it is. Gee, Sanders. So we're about to watch and break down every commandment so you guys kind of have a better understanding of what it is that God wants us to do, right? Woo! All right, guys, so commandment number 1 says, thou shalt have no gods before me. Commandment number 2 says, thou shalt have no idols. So you must be wondering, what does that mean? What are idols? So back in the day, people used to carve actual animals or creatures, and they used to actually worship them like they were God. But they weren't real. They had no powers. God is the only true God. So nowadays, we really don't have a lot of those idols, but we do have things that we pretend that are God, like maybe something we like hobby, or maybe a person, or maybe like a phone or electronics, something that we're obsessed with, that we begin to worship like if it was God. And God doesn't like that because he is a jealous God and only wants to be worshipped. So we're about to see, what does that look like in real life?
Woo, yeah.
Yo. Xander, son, I told you, stop. This is not right. You've been taking this way too seriously. This is not for God. This is just a ball. I understand that you like it, but why don't you put the ball down and start picking up the ball? When was the last time you picked up the ball? So I want you to take some time away from this. I'm going to take it from you. And take some time.
Alright guys, the 3rd commandment is do not use God's name in cursing or any unholy way. What does this look like? Let's take a look.
I failed my test. Oh my.
Whoa. Before you start saying those words, think about it. God's watching, and I'm watching you too. And I can't believe you failed. So, you know what? You're grounded. Now go to your room.
The 5th commandment is honor your father and mother. Guys, we can dishonor our parents without even saying anything. God's looking at our heart. How does your heart smell? What is the attitude of your heart when they tell you to do something and you may not want to do it? Remember, keep a joyful heart and a joyful attitude about all things God's called you to do. Alright, let's take a look about what not to do and what attitude not to have when our parents ask us to do something.
Hey, Xander, do you mind taking up the trash?
Fine.
Thank you.
Man, Dad's always cramping my style. I wish I didn't have to do chores.
Alright guys, so the 4th commandment is keep the Sabbath day holy. So you're thinking, what is the Sabbath day? So basically that's a day where we dedicate it to God. And for us, that's Sunday. So that's a day where we rest and we don't work. And it's better for us to start this habit as we're young versus when we're older, we practice don't work and just rest in God's presence.
Man, food's so good today. I want to take a nap.
Alright guys, so commandment number 6 is thou shalt not murder. Now everyone was created with love by God, so we want to make sure that we're honoring them and loving them and not hurting anybody. Commandment number 7 says thou shalt not commit adultery. So what this means is that when you get married with somebody, when you grow up, that person is your one and only. We want to be faithful to that person, just like we're faithful to God.
Commandment number 8 is do not steal. So just like the last commandment I talked to you guys about, this is going to be a clip of what not to do. Let's check it out.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, give me that.
Hey, it's fun time. Okay.
The 9th commandment says thou shalt not lie. Remember guys, even white little lies are bad.
Ow! Dad, he's shoving me.
I didn't shove her.
You're lying. You just did it.
Alright, stop yelling at each other.
I guess the coast was clear.
Hey, what happened?
Nothing, Dad.
Commandment number 10 is be content with what you have. Do not always want what other people have. Guys, I find this to be really hard, especially when somebody else has something better than what I have. Let's take a look.
What's up, Reagan?
Hey, I just have cereal for lunch today.
So
Man, I wish I had pizza. All I have is cold cereal. It must be so nice to have something hot for lunch. Wow, I'm just gonna enjoy this cold lunch by myself without any friends.
How is it?
Now remember, guys, God didn't make the commandments to be bossy. He made it because He cares about us and He doesn't want us worshiping anything else. He's a jealous God and He loves us more than anything.
Oh, so true, Noah. That is so good. Hey guys, if you liked this video, which I know you did, and just I want you to go on to Facebook, ask your mom, like and subscribe. Go to our YouTube channel. Go subscribe to our channel because I know you love it. And people know that you love it by sharing it. So go and share. And all we gotta say is, we love you and we'll see you next week. Right, Noah?
Yeah, dig it and sink it.